Dear friends, today we will see our next session, that is session number 14. In that session, we have to cover our next programming challenge, that is reverse and add. So, friends, first of all, what is reverse and add? This is very easy program. Friends, you implement in first year or second year the program to find the palindrome of a given number, or that particular given number is a palindrome number or not. So here we also use that same logic, means if you have to take on 195 as a number, we reverse it 591. So that 591 is add with the first 195 original number, that is what the addition, and that will be iterate, that two steps are iterate until we get the resulting palindrome. So in that programming challenge, students we perform a reverse and add function, reverse and add program. Started a reverse and add programming challenge. So first of all, the problem definition is also given in the PDF. From that, I have to take on some of the important points. So the reverse and add method is simple. What we have to do in that specific program, if you have to take taken 195 as a number is input from the user, we get their reverse number, that is 195. After that, by addition and finding the modulus of the given number, we get 591, that is the reverse of 195. We have to add that two numbers, we get the addition of both 195 plus 591, the addition is 786. Again we reverse that specific number 786, and we have to get 687. I will explain how it will be occurred or how it will be performed step by step in our program. Also provide you some of the important source code as well as algorithm that executed reverse and add program. That's it. So here in the next step we get 687. So 786 plus 687, we get 6 plus 7, that is 3, 8 plus 8 and plus 1, that is 7, and 14, 1473. So we reverse that calculation again or number that again. So we get 3741. Yes, and after that we have to add that two numbers 1473 plus 3741. So we find the output 5214. Again we find the reverse, that is 4125, and lastly we get 9339. So after 9339, if we reverse that number, so we get 9339. So that is the palindrome number. So until and up to the addition modulus or the steps of calculation in reverse and addition program, the resulting number is palindrome number. So friend, this is very simple program. You already executed or already find that the specific number is a palindrome number or not, and this is the same logic is implemented in that program. So friends, the addition is normally different. So the reverse and add Method is simple. So first of all, we have to choose the number, reverse its digits, and add it to the original number. Means what? 195. Reverse it, 591. Add it. So add with the original, that is 195 with 591. So we have to get their output 786. If the sum is not palindrome, which means it is not the same number from left to right as well as right to left, that's it. That is the palindrome number, students. So repeat this procedure again and again until we have to get the palindrome result. That's it. So the example is the first example is 195. We get 591. So after getting the reverse number of 195, that is 591, we have to add both, that is 786. So we find that 786 is palindrome, that is not the palindrome. So 687 we have to reverse it. So we again add both, and after that we get 1473. So 1473 is the palindrome? No. So we have to reverse it, that is 3741. Again we add that two numbers. When we have to add that both numbers, we get 5214. Friends, that 5214 is also not the palindrome number. So we have to reverse it. 4125. That's it. We have to get here 9339. That's it. So friend, 9339 is the palindrome number. So up to that level we have to execute our program. Means in that we have to get the number, we reverse it and add that reverse number with the original number. We find the find their addition. After addition we have to reverse it. Okay, that will be executed until the result is palindrome number. This is very simple and easy program, friends. In this particular case, the palindrome 9339 appeared after the fourth addition. So how the sample output is appeared in the of this program, we also see in the next PPT. So these methods leads to palindromes in a few steps for almost all of the integers. So but there is some for 196. If you have to calculate 196, reverse it, add both. After some iterations like this, you do not get their resulting palindrome number. So that specific program or that specific logic is not proven for 196 number. So we didn't get the palindrome or resulting palindrome for that 196. That is the exception case, no problem. So you must write a program that give the resulting palindrome, yes, and the number of iterations to compute the palindrome. Means for that 195 we have to iterate 4 times. So the output is 4 and the palindrome number is what? 9339. That's it. Okay. So student, what is the input and what is the output? How that will be appear in the program? The first line will have the number and that is 0 is less than n 200 with the number of test cases. The next n line will have the number p to compute its palindrome. Yes. Okay. That will be explained in the previous slides also. So output is very easy. First of all, we have to print the number of iterations, minimum number of iterations, and after that, by separate spacing or one space by providing one space in between the number of iterations and the resulting palindrome. Okay, that is what the output. How the output is occurred or shown after implementing the program. This is also the rule for that programming challenge. Not that specific programming challenge, each and every program which we will be executed previously as well as today or for the next sessions or for that competitive programming one, they provide us, that online judge provide us how the sample input is and how the sample output is. If the sample input and sample output is match, with their specific format of sample input and sample output, then and then your program is correct. Otherwise, it may have some problems. That's it. Okay. I also discuss number of errors which will be occurred on online chips. Okay. So execute that program like this means what? The sample input is what? 3 means what we have to provide here, the 3 inputs. 195 is the first number, and their sample output is we have to require 4 iterations for 195 up to the resulting palindrome. So 9339 is the resulting palindrome. So 4 iterations space 1 space, and we get 9339, that is the resulting palindrome. Like 265, this is the second number. Okay, so we require 5 iterations and the output is 45254. If you have to reverse it, the palindrome is what? 45254. That is the palindrome, resulting palindrome. Like this, the third input is 750. Okay, we iterate in 3 steps, so we get 6666. So that is simply palindrome number. So students, from that we see the source code required for that reverse and add. So here there are number of include files, header files, IOStream, CS Studio algorithm. So students, except CS string, CC type, stack, queue, list, vector, map, SS string, CMap. I think that specific include files are not required. You only include iostream.h algorithm. That's it. Okay. That if you include that two header files, okay, you have to get. So students, these are also the include files. That is bitset, utility set, numeric, time.h, appstream, limit, iomania, iterate. We define here the integer max as well as integer mean. EA cost, that is minus 1.0. Also define E. But I think you do not include so much of files. We require only the first file or the single file that will be defined in the last PPT, that is IOStream. Also require time.h, vector as well as map. These are the 3 to 4 files, header files we require. So here we also define number of values. So you have to check that is compulsory or not at the time of implementation. But the last statement, that is using namespace std, it will be in your program or write in your program. So friends, in that programming challenge, that is reverse and add, we will execute the required function, that is reverse int or rever int, and in that function we have to reverse the number, and that function is called into the main program. The iteration of that reverse and rever int function shown in the rectangular box. So at the time of, or when we have to execute that function first time, if you have to take an x is equal to 195, so x is equal to 195 friends. Here we taken here second variable, that is rn, and that will be initialized to 0. So here rn is equal to 0. Friends, we execute it by using while loop. So first of all, in while loop we have to check that 195 is greater than 0. Yes, that will be greater than 0. So rn, that is rn is what? 0. 0 into 10, that is 0. Rn is equal to 0. So that will be shown in the first iteration. 0 into 10 is equal to 0, Rn is equal to 0 on the first line in the rectangular box. After that, Rn plus is equal to x is what, 195. So 195 modulus of 10. So Rn is equal to 5. That is what the remainder of that specific 195 when we have to find the modulus and divide by 10. Okay, and we go for the next line, that is x divided by 10. So 195 divided by 10, x is what, 19. So in that first iteration we get Rn is equal to 5 as well as x is equal to 19. So we go for the second iteration. Why? Because 19 is greater than 0 in while loop. So Rn into, means Rn is what, 5 from the last iteration into 10, that is we get 50. So after that, here we set Rn is equal to 50. After that, x, that is x is what, in the last iteration we get the value of x is 19, modulus find modulus 10. So we get here 9, the remainder is 9. So Rn plus the next result is 9, means 50 plus 9 we get here 59. We go for the next, x divided by 10, that is 19 divided by 10. Okay, the output is what, the actual division gives the output 1, and x is a what, long integer. It is not the float value, or it is not the float data type. Okay, so here x is equal to 1 and Rn is equal to 59 in the second iteration. For the next iteration, we refer the previous values of Rn and previous values of value of x. So x, the previous value of x is 1, 1 is greater than 0, yes. So Rn into 10 means what, 59 into 10, we get here 590. X modulus of 10, that is 1 modulus of 10, remainder is 1. So 590 plus 1, 591. Go for actual division, that is 1 divided by 10, we get here 0. So friend, we enter here 195 and we get from that function, reverse the number 591. We add both, 786 is the result. But that number 786 is not the palindrome, because from right to left and left to right, this is not the same. So will we execute that specific river int function until we get the palindrome result. That's it. So in last slide, we execute, or we seen that program, that reverse and add function step by step. So in main function, we have to define here an Rn and reversal. Okay, and seen, we extract the value from the keyword or the user that will enter, for example, n is equal to 195. After that, river int n is not equal to means what? In that conditions, we check that n is not equal to n, means we call here the river int function, which will be explained in the previous slide. So 786 is the result of that 195 and 591. Yes, that will be get at that, or in that slide, or in that programming tool. So that's we have to pass that 786 to the reverse int function. We execute that will be we execute or reverse that number 687, and after that we add in that slide to both numbers 786 and 687, like the first iteration. So friends, at last the cout provides us number of iterations and reversal plus plus means what, we here calculate the number of iterations also. So we print it here. We require for that specific 195 we require 4 iterations. So n reversal consists 4, and lastly we print the number, that is n, which is palindrome. Okay, and N is 9339. That's it. So it is a very easy program. Students, please execute that program by using your own logic. It will be executed on your laptop, computer, or online judge, or any another compiler. Those are provided by any online website. No problem. Okay, but the main and important step is what? You have to get the sample output, which is provided in that PPT. Okay, execute the sample inputs, those are provided in that PPT, and get the output same as sample output, which also provided in that PPT, or the in that presentation. Okay, so this is very easy task. In next session, if possible, we have to send the next programming challenge. But dear student, execute that programming challenge on your computer. This is mandatory for you. Okay, at last, if possible, then the assignment question, which will be a weekly assignment question, those are given to you by me. Might be there is possibility to write the code or write a program for reverse and add, or the program that is the trip, or the program which will be explained in the previous sessions. So execute it. Thank you. Thank you, friends.